Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Macasero, multimedia reporter for Rappler.com in Cebu, and I just wanted to talk about the surge of new COVID-19 cases we are seeing here in Cebu, which is something we haven't seen for a while. We reported back in October that the epidemic curve had actually flattened after Cebu City was once considered the second epicenter in the coronavirus outbreak. And for the most part, the city has been able to keep it that way, even as more businesses opened up, restaurants, bars, cafes, malls started accepting more guests. We've only seen new cases being reported in the single digits, 1 or 2 or 3, despite the fact that there's been a semblance of semi-normalcy. So why is it spiking? This is due to the Christmas and New Year's holidays. According to the Emergency Operations Center, they traced a lot of these new cases back to gatherings that happened between then. People would gather at others' homes or restaurants. Of course, when you eat, you don't wear masks. And so when they would get infected there, they would bring the cases back to their homes. People in their homes go to work or they go out, and the virus would then spread further that way. So what is the city doing now? Because the city has been through this before, they have the systems in place on how to respond, and that is through quick contact tracing, testing of everyone for free, and quick extraction of those who do test positive. Even if you are asymptomatic, you're placed in an isolation center until you are no longer contagious. So they are doing that now and expanding that to even second generation contacts. Second generation contacts mean close contacts of the confirmed cases. Their contacts then get tested, and if they are tested, they are also isolated to try to contain the surge quickly. And another thing I think most residents would want to know is, are we going to have another citywide lockdown? If you ask Mayor Edgar Labella and the emergency operations head, Joel Garganera, the answer is no, or at least not yet.
I don't see any compelling reason why we should go back to JCQ. After all, our MJCQ is controlled. We still have the Q passes. We still prevent the crowding of, let's say, big parties, and we are observing protocols. In fact, even with the announcement that the 15 years old will allowed to go out, I did not allow it because it's too risky.
What they are eyeing, if there are a lot of cases in a particular area, are possible granular lockdowns. This means a building, a street, or a neighborhood, and imposing more restrictions on businesses to make sure that they are enforcing health protocols within their establishments. For individuals, if you're going out, you have to have your quarantine pass or an ID that shows that you are among the exempted persons and allowed to go to work. If you don't have your pass or an ID, you could face temporary detention, fine of up to 1,000 pesos, and community service in lieu of a fine. So it is important for all of us to cooperate and do our part. And for more information, you can check out my story on the Newsbreak section of Rappler.com on what else you need to know about the surge of COVID-19 cases here in Cebu City. I'm Ryan Macasero, Rappler, Cebu City.